this video, we will cover the second part of languages and translations. So let's click here, for example, on German, and we have here the German view, and we have here the German translations page, so with the German translations. So first of all, we have here example language. That's the language from which to translate from. So if there will be no translation for it, it will use the fallback language. So let's click here, for example, on translate. And as you can see, we have here no example, since we do not have this key in the fallback language, so it shows you a warning message. So attention, this is not an example, there is no translation for this key. If we would select, for example, German and click here on translate, we would have here the example, since we have it here in the database. The table have always the path, so this is the relative path to the file. The file name is most times PHP or JSON, of course. And then we have here this approved. Approved means that the translation has been approved by the administrators, and then needs translation. That's to request a translation. Let's say that there is a missing content, or that there is maybe a mistake in the translation. So the admin can then just click here on request translation, and it will show that this translation entry here needs a translation. Updated will be checked after it has been translated. Let's say add here just a dot, an additional dot, and you can see here that it doesn't need more a translation, but it has been updated. Now it is not approved, so we can approve it here, or we can approve all translations as an admin. So if we click here on approve, it has been approved and it will be ready for export. We have here also search, where we can search for file names or text like this. Then we have here export, so that's an export for the current language, that would be for German. And then we have export all languages. This will export all updated and approved translations. We have here as well filters. For example, we can click here updated, or we have also not updated. Of course, we can't use them simultaneously, so we just use here, for example, updated, and then approved. And if we set here needs translation, it doesn't show anything, since it doesn't have a translation with these settings. Now we will again click here on translate and add here test behind it and update the translation. So let's reset again these filters, and we have here test, and let's approve it. So let's go now into the file system. So we have here German out, so that would be this one here. So if we click now on export, it will start the export, and you can see here down again the progress bar, and it will show a message when the translation has been exported. So it's maybe also necessary then to reload to reset these checks here. can see it's not more updated. So if we go now back to our file system, you can see here it did update the file with the new value with test behind.